Okay, let's jump right into this explainer and completely decode Cambridge Computer Science. Today, we're specifically targeting how to master Section 7.1 Expert System Scenarios. Listen, if you are sitting for Cambridge syllabus codes 0417, 0478, 2210, 9618, or especially 9626, you already know the deal. These scenario-based multi-stage questions can be a completely overwhelming challenge. But we're going to approach this differently today. We are going to find the back door into every single question. We're talking about the hacker blueprint to exam strategy. We're going to learn how to work smarter, not harder, and systematically extract every possible mark from the examiner's mark scheme without burning ourselves out memorizing pointless facts.
So, let's kick things off with a totally crucial question that plagues examination centers worldwide. Why do capable, incredibly hardworking students drop so many easy method marks when they're facing these multi-stage analysis problems? To really understand this, I want you to imagine two typical students taking a Cambridge computer science past paper question. We'll call them Alex and Sam. Now, over on the left, we have Alex. Alex is the textbook warrior. Alex overloads every single answer with raw computer science facts. They know the textbook inside out, backward and forward, but they provide absolutely zero analytical depth. Their answer is just a massive brain dump. Then on the right, we have Sam. Sam rushes. Sam sees a familiar topic, completely panics, and immediately starts writing, totally missing the command word requirements like evaluate or compare. If we put their exam paper side by side right now, it's literally just a sea of red pen marks. And here's the tragedy. They are both losing points, not because they don't know the technology. They are failing because they don't know the system.
Now, check out this insider secret straight from the Cambridge examiners themselves. The principal examiner reports explicitly state that top candidates don't just memorize isolated facts. Instead, they build an interconnected theoretical architecture. Think about an expert system for a second. It's not just a standalone piece of software floating in a void. It connects to input sensors, it has user interfaces, inference engines, and knowledge bases. If you write a long paragraph about a medical diagnosis system but you completely fail to connect it to data privacy laws or hardware input methods, you are leaving massive marks on the table. You literally have to connect the dots to hack the mark scheme.
So here is our hacker blueprint for today's session. We're covering 1. The scenario trap, 2. Core principles, 3. The procedural framework, 4. Critical analysis mastery, and finally, 5. The ultimate examiner alert. We are charting a clear path from the basics right through to the advanced critical evaluation techniques.
Let's move straight into Section 1, the scenario trap, and clearly define the exact domains we need to conquer.
These are the 4 specific expert system scenarios you are going to face under Section 7.1. And listen to me carefully. Every single answer you write must be locked tightly into one of these specific contexts. Let's break them down. First up, car engine fault diagnosis. In this scenario, the expert system is taking inputs from mechanical sensors or a mechanic's manual input to navigate a knowledge base of automotive rules. Second is medical diagnosis. This one is highly sensitive. A user inputs symptoms, and the inference engine uses complex probabilities to suggest illnesses. Third, we have route scheduling, which involves highly dynamic data like real-time traffic updates, distances, and routing algorithms. And fourth, plant or animal identification, which almost always relies on a branching database of physical characteristics. Here is the trap. If the exam asks you about route scheduling, and you give a generic answer about how expert systems save money without specifically mentioning logistics, GPS tracking, or fuel costs, you get 0 marks. Period. Context is absolutely everything.
Moving on to Section 2, core principles. We need to look at the 3 distinct cognitive domains examiners are actually grading you on.
To win this game, you have to understand the rules. Look at this brilliant breakdown of the assessment objectives. Knowledge and understanding is only 33%, application is 33%, and analysis is the largest chunk at 34%. So what does this tell us? Raw knowledge isn't enough. You must equally demonstrate application and deep analysis. This is exactly where we introduce a massive game-changer strategy, the PEEL framework. That stands for point, evidence, explanation, link. Top-tier computer science students structure every single answer this way. You state your point, which covers your knowledge. You provide evidence from the scenario, which nails your application. You explain exactly how it works, securing your analysis marks, and finally, you link it back to the specific question asked. Before we continue, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now.
All right, so the crucial takeaway here is avoiding these top 3 pitfalls directly identified by principal examiners. Number 1, forgetting proper format. Number 2, failing to check presentation. And number 3, the absolute most deadly of all, providing generic, out-of-context answers. Remember our students Alex and Sam? Alex totally fell victim to mistake number 3, providing generic facts without applying that Peel framework we just talked about. Sam fell victim to mistake number 1, completely ignoring the command word format required because they were rushing. We are going to fix both of their approaches right now.
Let's dive into Section 3, the procedural framework. This is where the real transformation happens. We're going to turn those red pen marks into green check marks.
By strictly following this standardized 5-step sequence, you systematically deconstruct the question, extract the relevant data, and present it using professional terminology. Let's run through our success blueprint. Step 1, identify key elements. You literally underline the command word and the scenario in the prompt. Step 2, apply relevant principles. Pull up your mental map of expert systems. Step 3, execute analysis. This is where you deploy the PL framework. Step 4, verify results. Ask yourself, does this actually answer the specific prompt? Step 5, present and format. If the command word asks for a comparison, you better use a table or comparative paragraphs. Now imagine we put 60 seconds on the clock right now. We give Alex and Sam a chance to rewrite their answers live using these steps. With this framework, Alex is suddenly connecting his vast knowledge to the specific medical scenario, leaving the generic facts behind. And Sam is structuring their answer perfectly because they finally paid attention to the evaluate command word. It's a total night and day difference.
Mastering that 5-step framework directly develops these exact professional skills that the Cambridge syllabus demands. You aren't just passing a high school exam here, you are proving you can think and communicate like an IT professional. You absolutely must apply correct formats. If they ask for a report, write a professional report header. You must use appropriate terminology. Don't write something weak like, the system guesses the problem. No, say, the inference engine utilizes forward chaining to determine a statistical probability. Stop scrolling. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. We've helped thousands of students improve by 2 to 3 grade boundaries. Join them right now by subscribing to @acetheexams_IGCSE and turn on all notifications so you never miss our weekly exam strategy sessions.
Welcome to our interactive workshop. First up, Challenge 1, Data Scan. Remember that executing your analysis requires you to actively extract information, interpret relationships, and ensure your conclusions are entirely evidence-based. Imagine a complex computer science chart on your screen right now, showing a route scheduling scenario with a massive data table of delivery times and fuel consumption. I'm putting a mental 60-second countdown timer on you. You cannot just look at it and write, expert systems are faster. That's a 0-mark answer. In those 60 seconds, you have to extract the core trend. You must explicitly pull the data. As shown in Table 1, the expert system reduced Route B's time by 14 minutes, illustrating a direct reduction in logistical overhead. That is how you interpret complex relationships.
Let's step up to Section 4, Critical Analysis Mastery. This is the exact skill that separates average passing grades from the absolute top marks in the world. Let's move to Challenge 2, Find the Flaw. I'm going to show you a flawed sample paragraph, and you need to spot why it loses marks. A basic analytical answer might read, both human mechanics and expert systems use rules to fix cars. Okay, sure, but that is incredibly basic. It merely identifies a similarity. Now look at the advanced analysis. An advanced answer identifies similarities and differences using comparative connectives. It sounds like this. Whereas human mechanics rely on intuitive heuristics built over years of physical experience, the expert system utilizes a deterministic rule base, meaning it can process diagnostic codes instantly but lacks the tactile sensory feedback a human possesses. Wow! Do you see the difference there? The advanced answer uses terms like whereas and meaning it can, drawing incredibly clear, evidence-backed distinctions. That is what the examiners are desperately looking for.
Finally, Challenge 3. Speed writing. When you evaluate evidence quality in any scenario, you must methodically check for these 4 criteria to show true critical mastery. Imagine you have just 30 seconds on the clock to write one perfect Peel paragraph evaluating a medical expert system. Go. You would need to hit these specific points fast. First, identify a limitation, like perhaps the system cannot detect novel viruses that haven't been programmed into its knowledge base yet. Second, expose an assumption, like the assumption that the human user inputting the symptoms is doing so with 100% accuracy. Third, provide an alternative interpretation,
And finally, assess how all of this affects the medical conclusion. That level of rigor is exactly what the 34% analysis grade demands of you.
We've reached our final and honestly, perhaps the most important section of this entire explainer, the ultimate examiner alert. We're going to tie everything together into the final system.
This is the loudest, most urgent warning from the examiner reports. Generic facts will earn you absolutely 0 marks if they aren't tied directly to the scenario. You could write a technically flawless essay on expert systems, but if it's not applied, you fail. So here's our complete computer science answering system. 3 golden rules that guarantee top marks. Rule 1. Command word decoding. You have to know exactly what describe versus evaluate means. Rule 2. Peel framework application. Structure every single thought. Rule 3. Time management matrix. Allocate your minutes based exactly on the mark scheme value. 1 mark equals roughly 1 point and 1 minute. But overriding all of this, the master key, is the context rule.
A contextual link means ensuring your theoretical knowledge is practically applied to the exact, specific situation the exam paper has presented. Let me make this crystal clear for you. If the exam asks for the disadvantages of an expert system in medical diagnosis, and you just write, "It is expensive to set up and needs regular updates," you might get 1 pity mark if the examiner is feeling generous. But if you write, "Setting up a medical expert system requires significant financial investment to continuously update the knowledge base with the latest epidemiological data and drug interactions. If this update is delayed, the inference engine could provide outdated diagnostic probabilities, potentially leading to incorrect patient treatments." Boom, that is a contextual link. You took a generic point, updates, and wove it flawlessly into the medical scenario. Listen, students who implement these computer science strategies see an average improvement of 2 grade boundaries, but only if they practice consistently with our weekly videos. Here's your final reminder. Subscribe to our YouTube channel Ace the Exams at acetheexams_IGCSE to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Subscribe right now to @acetheexams_IGCSE and click that bell. Don't let another exam pass you by.
I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to completely challenge how you study from this day forward. Look at your past papers. Are your practice answers truly deeply linked to the specific scenario? Or are you falling into the exact same trap Alex did at the start of our explainer, just blindly reciting generic facts, hoping for the best? Drop a comment below with your target grade for computer science and the biggest challenge you're facing. Our team responds to every comment. Like and share this video with a study partner. Ace the Exams. Your Cambridge success starts here.